the biggest event in the golf world for affiliated club players. That, in a nutshell, describes the International Pairs competition. In 2016, the Namibian capital Windhoek hosted the inaugural Windhoek Lager International Pairs competition. A regional qualifier from where the top two teams, Jan Kuchlenberg and Mark Roux, along with Nico van der Westhuizen and Johan Groenewold, qualified to represent South Africa at the World International Pairs Finals in Spain towards the end of 2016. After a much bigger and exhaustive qualifying process than last year, 24 South African teams headed to Windhoek for the second international tournament. And after arriving the afternoon before, the golfers headed to a Meyer golf course outside the Namibian capital for the opening round of the regional qualifier. At stake, the opportunity to represent South Africa at the World International Pairs Finals, to be staged in the Algarve in Portugal in November this year.
The International Pairs is a worldwide tournament that has been played. On the moment the finals are in Europe. It used to be in Scotland. This year it will be in Portugal. Last year it was in Spain. And it's played all over the world as a better ball stablefit competition, which is the biggest stablefit competition or four ball, better ball competition in the world. We had in the first season, which was last year, we had 163 events, which was 11,000 golfers taking part. And remember, it's only for the affiliated golfer, so it's for the guy who belongs to a club, and it's only for the club member. And then this year we had 274 events all over South Africa. There were clubs that had 2 or 3 events, and it's become extremely popular in South Africa.
The Omea Golf Estate is situated 30 kilometres south of the Namibian capital of Windhoek. A beautiful course in the Namibian bushveld surrounded by mountains and characterised by the many camel thorn trees. In 2016, the opening round of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs was staged here, and when asked if they would be interested in doing so again, Omea Golf jumped at the opportunity.
We were humbled when I got the call up from Ian Stevenson to host it yet again. We try and aim to please, a bit of extra initiatives for the boys here, and just to see that we get looked after our guests. We've got 48 guys here going back to South Africa, and we'd like them to spread the word of what the Omea is all about. We're a brand new golf club, only about 4.5 to 5 years old, so exposure is what we're all about, and hence we try and look after our international guests a bit better. Every guy here must be treated accordingly to a 5-star experience.
Omea was designed by Peter Makovich, an accomplished designer of several South African courses. After an early and brisk start, we catch up with the field at the par 3 4th hole. The tournament was played on a better ball stablefit format with a higher score to count. On the tee, Dylan Keelock from Royal Johannesburg in Kensington, partnered by Michael Wardle. The pair had 5 points after 3 holes. The 36-year-old Keelock is a scratch golfer ranked 14th on the South African Golf Association's mid-amateur rankings. An absolutely stunning tee shot from Keelock, setting up a potential birdie. And Dylan Keelock with a very makeable birdie putt for 3 valuable points to take them to 8 points after 4 holes. Returning to Namibia this year, Johan Stale and Darvel Leroux. Last year, the pair from Kuilsrivier in the Western Province were leading the tournament with a few holes to go, only to fade. Back this year for a second attempt, they made a good start. 9 points over the first 3 holes, and more points on offer after this great tee shot by Stale. Four points on offer with this birdie putt for Stale, a 9 handicap golfer. A rock-solid birdie putt from Stale. That'll take them to 13 points. They're in contention once more. Jacques Mulder and Christian Willemse travelled all the way from Leidenburg in Mpumalanga. 5 points after 3 holes for the pair, with Mulder now on the tee. And a superb drive, that ball rolling gently closer to the hole, which is in the hollow. The Leidenburg team and their playing partners, Team Stellenbosch's Stefan Loubsch and Hendrik de Blanche, were well matched. Also 5 points on their scorecard after 3 holes. And another wonderful drive and an opportunity for birdie for the men from Stellenbosch. Jacques Mulder playing off an 8 handicap, a birdie putt and 4 points at stake. Straight as a die, beautifully done by Jacques Mulder. A precious 4 points in the bag. Stefan Loubser, a 2-handicapper, and the fourth hole is a stroke 8. Therefore, he has 3 points on offer for a birdie. Downhill are not always the easiest putts, but made to look easy by Stefan. Atlantic Beach at Melkbosstrand in Cape Town were represented by Herman Rieder and Dewald Niemand. They were on 6 points after 3 holes. A fine drive by Rieder, using the slope of the green intelligently to set up a birdie opportunity. Rieder plays off a 5 handicap, his partner Dewald Niemand off an 8. A chance here to add another 3 points with this birdie putt for Rieder. Beautifully read by Rieder. 3 more points, they're in contention. The fourth hole proved to be a good hunting ground for the teams, and with early morning conditions near perfect, the chance to record 3 or 4 points couldn't be missed. The best tee shot of the day, this from Ferdy Heineke from Royal Johannesburg in Kensington. And that's pure class. Wonderful drive from Heineke, using the slope of the green and setting up the birdie. 4 points here for Heineke and his playing partner Anthony Singleton will put the pair in the early lead. Oh no, just missed by Singleton. It shoehorns out and a precious point lost. On to the 9th at Omea, set against the Aus Mountains. Beautiful camelthorn trees, a feature of this course. On the fairway, after a great tee shot, Ignatius Maas from Wesselbron. Maas and his playing partner had a decent run on the first 8 with 17 points amassed so far. His approach was in the rough, but he made a great recovery to have this putt for a birdie and 3 points to turn with 20. With the undulations in the green, he had work to do, but did it perfectly. 3 points, they go to 20. We fast forward to the par 3 17th. Martin Goosen from Kuilsrivier with his tee shot, hoping to get close and add to the 33 points he and his partner Nel Fourie have scored so far. What a superb shot from Goosen, who's clearly been frustrated by his round. The putt for birdie, it looks like it's missing. No, it isn't. Beautifully done. Royal Johannesburg and Kensington, Dylan Keylock and Michael Wardle have had a decent round so far. Keylock won over the first 9. Another pinpoint tee shot on the 17th sets him up for his 4th birdie of the day. On the back 9, he dropped shots at the 10th and 12th holes. This putt for birdie and another 3 points. Keylock carded a round of 74, the best stroke play performance of the day. Philip Horowitz and Johan Harmse from Shark River Golf Club in Port Elizabeth also took part in last year's Windhoek Lager International Pairs. A bit of experience at Omea certainly helped, and with 33 points after 16 holes, they were still in it. Harmse with a fantastic tee shot and a birdie opportunity. A solid 3 points for Harmse, a 5 handicap golfer. He certainly knows his way around this course. Jacques Mulder from Leidenburg on the 17th tee. A reasonable round of golf so far from Mulder, including that excellent birdie on the 4th. Another great tee shot from Mulder, who turned 6 over but got his game together on the back 9. 3 over with a birdie opportunity here. It's a long putt, plenty of undulations, but he's weighted it beautifully. What a putt! Excellent birdie. They'll be celebrating for sure in Leidenburg. East London's Neil Cowie and Brian Loans were the surprise package of the opening round. Cowie in particular played excellent golf and was just 1 over after the first 9. The pair turned on 21 points, which put them in the leading pack. With 2 holes remaining, they were already in a strong position. Cowie plays off a 5 handicap with a good tee shot, but still with some work to do. A long, tricky birdie putt for Cowie. And that's another birdie, another 3-pointer to the East London team. Cowie's partner Brian Loans really enjoyed that one. The late afternoon winter sun setting on the opening round of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs. On the 18th now with Schoeman Park's Jacobus Taljaard. The two-handicap golfer with a birdie putt. The 18th is a stroke one hole. A birdie would be high value, 4 points for the Bloemfontein outfit. A great effort by Taljaard, and the Bloemfontein pair signing for 40 points. Not a bad effort from the Free State visitors. Cowie and Loans on the 18th and already in the lead with 44 points and a chance to extend that to 48. Cowie with a birdie putt for 4 points. Oh no, it slides past. And who knows come Saturday afternoon this time just how costly that could be. But an excellent performance by the East London team, especially Cowie, a 5 handicapper who carded a solid 75, just 3 over for the round. A massive 27 points on the back nine handed the overall lead to Cowie and Loans. 5 points clear of last year's first round leaders Johan Stale and Darvel Leroux, in joint second with the Wesselbron team of Ignatius Maas and Hugo Vosloo. The chance to represent South Africa at the World International Pairs Finals in Portugal this year is a big incentive for all the teams.
Definitely. It's obviously a dream of everybody's to get into a competition like this, the Windhoek sponsored competition. To get up here is a treat, and to go one step further would be awesome.
But as the guys who are in second place right now will tell you, they were leading the 3 holes to go last year, so obviously a lot of work still to be done tomorrow, and the bigger challenge, it's a different course as well.
Will be very interesting tomorrow. Always tough to do it 2 days in a row. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
To end a perfect day of golf, Mayor Golf's general manager Dan Zwiebel hosts a small prize giving. Zwiebel and his team, the perfect hosts.
Let's do the photo again like we did before and after the round.
Next up, the second round at the Windhoek Country Club.
Be the sun as well. Sun as well.
Back in Windhoek for the second round of the 2017 Windhoek Lager International Pairs Final. A year ago, Mark Roux and Jan Kuchlenberg won the tournament to earn them a place at the International Pairs World Final in Spain. They were joined at the tournament by countrymen Johan Groenewald and Nico van der Westhuizen, who are runners-up in Windhoek. Groenewald and van der Westhuizen claimed second place in the final in what they described as a life-changing experience.
Dus ja, dit was vir ons 'n verskriklike goeie aanbieding gewees. Want ek het baie jare vir Vrystaat gespeel met amateur. Ek is deur die rankings met die spanne wat ek gespeel het. Maar hierdie was vir my een van die groter tye in ons lewe gewees. Wat jy weet jy gaan speel 'n toernooi wat as jy goed doen, jy oor see kan gaan om daar teen ander lande se ouens te gaan speel. As jy hier in Suid-Afrika teen ouens gespeel het, het ons net teen die volgende provinsie se ouens gespeel. Maar daar kon ons meeding met ander lande se ouens en nuwe ouens ontmoet en was baie nice geweest.
Dit vat 'n hele ander hoogte wat jy bereik. Ek bedoel my golf het sommer baie beter verbeter van daai tyd tot nou toe, want jy dink 'n bietjie meer oor 'n shot en wat ook al. Maar dit is net soveel beter om daai ondervinding op te getel het in Namibia en in Spanje ook. Dit is ongelooflik vir 'n sportman of wat jy aan golf wat jy daaruit kan doen.
Hulle was twee baie nice ouetjies, sulke kort mannetjies, vol grappe en vol goed. Hulle praat 'n bietjie vinnig, want ons is maar nou nie so baie Engels magtig en goed nie, maar dit was 'n baie aangename dag, die saam met hulle, en dit het ons baie meer op ons gemak gemaak.
Die laaste dag toe ons slaag gemaak het, het ons toe nou derde gekom en ek dink ons het 6de gelê na die eerste dag. So ons het daarom bietjie weer bygekom en weet beter golf begin speel.
Ons het die laaste dag toe nou weer ingespring en baie beter gegaan met ons. Met die ander Suid-Afrikaanse span het dit ook die laaste dag baie beter gegaan. Hulle het eens het ons gedink hulle kan dalk as wenners uit die stryd tree. Maar daai ouens het toe nou hier op die einde bietjie vasgetrap en die ding in hulle hande gehou.
Ons gaan weer volgende jaar inskryf in die jaar daarna, maar ek sê die ouens moet inskryf, soveel as moontlik. Dis net uniek, is iets anderste wat jy nie in Suid-Afrika. Jy kan hier op jou kar klim, kan jy Durban gaan speel, jy kan Leopard Creek gaan speel, whatever, nee. Maar daar is dit net anderste. Dit is net 'n atmosfeer tussen hierdie klomp verskillende lande. Se ouens, is dit net 'n ander atmosfeer wat jy geskep word vir onsself.
Windhoek Lager was tops geweest wat dit betref. Ek meen, net om Windhoek toe te vlieg en daar te gaan speel en alles is betaling goed, is al 'n klare groot eer geweest.
As Windhoek dit gaan kry om eendag aan te bied, laat die oorsese ouens daar kom. Dan gaan hulle sien hoe doen die Suid-Afrikaners en die Namibiërs. Dit is ongelooflik hoe ons dit hier doen. En as jy dit wil probeer vergelyk met daai mense, dink ek hulle is bietjie agter ons. Verseker Windhoek Lager, nee, hulle kan maar, hulle weet hoe om die ding te doen.
And the two South African pairs did their country proud, finishing second and third respectively, behind the winners Clint Payton and John Burton from the United States. The Windhoek Country Club hosted the second and final round of the 2017 Windhoek Lager International Pairs Final. The second round started at the 10th tee. Herman Reeder and Dewald Niemand from Atlantic Beach, one of the first teams off. The pair were 7 points adrift of overnight leaders Neil Cowie and Brian Loans. Reeder had the majority share in his team's first round performance, and he began where he left off the day before at Omea. The first birdie of the day to Reeder, and with 3 points added, a clear indication that they would be in contention later in the day. A very confident start from the pair. 5 points behind the leaders at the start, Johan Stale and Darvel Leroux could have been forgiven for feeling a little nervous. Last year they were leading at the start of day 2, but only saw their dreams shattered over the final 3 holes. Leroux, who was perhaps the silent partner on day 1, had a fine approach on the 10th. A birdie putt for 3 points. He's just short and has to settle for par and 2 points. Who knows how expensive that miss could be at the end of the day. And you can see the concern on his face as he walks off the green. On to the par 4 15th for Johan Stale and Darvel Leroux. On the first 4 holes of the morning, the pair picked up 13 points. Stale's approach not finding the green, leaving him with a delicate chip to the green. A good effort by the Kuilsrivier golfer, but still with work to do for the par putt and the 3 points. And this time it's Stale whose putt misses the hole, and he has to settle for a bogey and 2 points. The last thing the pair could afford now is for some self-doubt to creep in. The challenge will be to forget last year's disappointment and focus on 2017 and Portugal perhaps. The Windhoek Country Club is right next to the very busy Eros Airport. The 18th now, with Namibian golfing legend Trevor Dodds watching the proceedings. Dylan Keelock and Michael Wardle from Royal Johannesburg and Kensington got their second round underway on 40 points and still in contention. They only managed 17 on the front 9 of the second round. Keelock, a scratch golfer, continued his good form of round 1. This birdie on the 18th, remember the round started at the 10th, put the Royal Johannesburg and Kensington pair back in contention. Keelock really is enjoying the Windhoek air. Also still very much in contention, Herman Reeder and Dewald Niemand from Atlantic Beach. A par putt for 3 points ended their first 9 with 21 points, a total of 61 going into the back 9. Another 2 points on hole 1 and the Atlantic Beach pair had started charging. Reeder with a long putt for birdie and 4 points, just short but close enough for par and 3 points. They'd got the sniff. They were on the charge. Darvel Leroux and Johan Stale had a nervous start but consolidated. They collected 2 points on the first. Leroux's second at the second hole, a par 4, a wonderful shot. His chip for birdie and fantastic touch by the big man from the Boerland. Wouldn't it have been something if that had gone in, but not all was lost. That excellent chip left Leroux an easy putt for 3 valuable points. Kuilsrivier back on track. Overnight leaders Neil Cowie and Brian Loans had a disastrous first 9, accumulating only 15 points, a serious blow to their chances of hanging on to the 5-point lead they enjoyed at the end of round 2. 2 points at the first steadied the nerves. Cowie with a good approach on the second. Remember, these are club golfers with day jobs. Cowie with a great effort for the birdie. He settles for a par and 3 points, although through no lack of effort on his side. Again, a really costly miss. With just 2 holes remaining and the Atlantic Beach team of Herman Reeder and Dewald Niemand in the lead, the pressure was on the Kuilsrivier combination of Johan Steyl and Davil Leroux. This is where they let it slip away last year. Steyl on the green with his approach. His partner Leroux, an 11 handicapper, also on the green. A birdie here would seal the deal for the pair. Steyl with a very good putt. On course for the 4 points, but no, the ball just won't drop. Both Steyl and Leroux with a par for 3 points. In better ball Stableford, only the best score counts. Heading to the final hole, the pair on 80 points, still not sure whether they'd done enough for a top 2 finish. The final hole of the tournament, the par 3 9th. Herman Reeder and Dewald Niemand, 21 points on the front 9 and 21 so far with a hole to play. The pair had made sure of victory and could start applying for their visas to visit Portugal in November this year. Reeder had an excellent round of golf, a 5 handicapper. He turned in 38, 2 over par, and for the back 9 he was level with a hole to play. He finished with a flurry, a top shot, and he left himself with a reasonably easy putt for birdie. Reeder made no mistake. A birdie it was for another 3 points for Atlantic Beach to finish on 85 and first place in the 2017 Windhoek Lager International Pairs South African competition. They were all smiles, and with good reason. Behind them, though, there was still a battle royal going on for second place between the East London team of Neil Cowie and Brian Loans and Kuilsrivier's Johan Steyl and Davil Leroux. Cowie and Loans dropped off the pace at the 8th. Steyl and Leroux needed at least 2 points at the 9th to secure second place. Steyl made sure with a solid and safe tee shot. A birdie not impossible, but a par would do the trick. With last year's blowout still fresh in his mind, Steyl stepped up for the par putt. A little tester. He made no mistake. Steyl and Leroux ending on 82 points, just 1 ahead of Cowie and Loans. The Kuilsrivier pair also bound for Portugal.
I suppose, yes, one can say second time lucky. Look, the enjoyment was the same. Last year was great, fantastic, and today was this current tournament was again a similar experience. Absolutely fantastic. We really need to thank Windhoek and the organisers for that.
Credit to Loans and Cowie, who fought right to the end. Loans still had this birdie to make, which could have forced a playoff. It was not to be, but for the 2 club golfers from East London, as for all the other teams, this was an experience of a lifetime. 16,000 golfers played in the preliminary rounds, and indications are that more club golfers all over Southern Africa are champing at the bit to be part of this in the future.
Emails, phone calls coming in daily. The guys just really want us to get this off the ground, and that is our objective, to get it into the rest of Africa. Namibia, yes, we've started this, and a Namibian side will qualify to go to Portugal along with the 2 South African sides this year. And I can say at this stage, without even all the clubs having signed up and registered, more than 50% of all Namibian golfers are already included in this competition. It's going to explode, and I just don't know how big this thing is going to get, but it's going to get massive.
A magnificent 45 points on round 2 for a total of 85 handed the Atlantic Beach pair of Herman Reeder and Dewald Niemand victory by 3 points. Joining them in Portugal will be the Kuilsrivier team, Johan Steyl and Davil Leroux, overcoming last year's disappointment of placing 3rd. The proud winners, Rieder and Niemand, receiving the trophy from Windhoek International Pairs Ambassador and arguably Namibia's greatest golfer, Trevor Dodds. A dream come true for the team from Melkbos in the Cape.
I think the important thing for us was, we met some fantastic oaks, and Windhoek, this whole tournament is unbelievable. It's really a dream come true to be part of such a lovely event. And the friendship, building a friendship, and we just came here to enjoy it, and things came through for us.
The prize-giving dinner, a grand finale to a fantastic event, superbly well organised by Africa Sport Management's Gerard Conrad and Johan Scholz, with Windhoek Lager's Ian Stevenson, the consummate host. Good luck to the two teams as they travel to Portugal to represent South Africa in November this year.